See if that works. Got it. Okay. Now streaming live. I think we are all set to go. So just oh yeah, sweet hat.
Nice.
Oh, I really like that.
That's nice. It's like Jegs, like the car company.
That one.
Nice.
Okay. So the teams are, it's on ShopTalk is Amelia.
Woo!
The carry.
And on the CSS pod. And you were on it last time as well. So this is like
And we won last
getting the
time.
band back together again.
Thanks to me.
Champions.
Yes, thanks to you.
And Nick is on Team CSS podcast. Nick, did you win last time you were playing this game?
I think I did. I don't remember.
Close enough.
Wasn't the major life moment it was for me, apparently.
Chris has also won our JS Danger show, so someone needs to dethrone the guy. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't know. He
He's
sold
2 for
his
2.
blog, though. He might be rusty.
That's true. Maybe not have the tricks.
I'm
Maybe all
literally
our
worried
tricks.
about it exactly for that reason.
Okay, so this is Frontend Feud. This is not our deep knowledge game. It's match what the audience said game. So just like Family Feud. So you're on teams. Okay, there's gonna be a board. I'll be screen sharing. My screen will have the game board on it, just like on Family Feud. If you've seen that game, they have like the top 5 answers on the board, and you're trying to match the most responded response. Okay, so we take surveys, the audience writes in, and we then kind of collate and combine things. We group sometimes, which can be controversial, but certain answers are very obviously the same thing, but other ones are kind of similar, and so I'll have kind of like groups of answers. If you guess something that's part of another group, I won't like ding you. I'll just tell you guess something else because that was actually part of this group.
So it's like Family Feud?
Yep,
like where you-
exactly.
So not the right answer, what the plebes think, you know?
That's right. And if you call them that, they love it. So
Jackals.
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 Yeah, so that's what I was saying. There's always somebody else to blame in this game, which is kind of nice. Plus, it's teams, which makes it more fun versus like the other show is like Jeopardy, so it's everybody for themselves. So this is a fun one. There's 6 rounds at the end. Whichever team has the highest score wins. We have allowed as some sort of I have an applause track that's been like, this is what you win, fake applause. We've also done where you can give a shout out to anything you'd like to. And that has gone over sometimes well, other times it's kind of been a train wreck. So if you guys have ideas on that, I'm open to ideas. Like if you want to give a shout out winning team, it can be your own website. It can be a website you've sold recently, or a cause that you care about, or your own, whatever. Like, I think it's kind of fun to have something that feels like it's a victory lap. That's the gist. There will be sound effects for right and wrong. I will probably screw up because I just have a lot of things to juggle as the host. So just be gracious with me, and it'll be lots of fun. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I will play the song. We will intro the game just like the start of the podcast. I'll re-explain the rules a little bit, and then we'll share the game board. It starts with the lightning round. Is that what it's called? No, the face-off. The interface-off. That's what it's called.
God, it already sounds intense.
And our face-offs will be Dave versus... Do you prefer Yuna or Una? I forget.
It's Yuna.
Yuna. Okay, Dave versus Yuna, and then Chris and Adam, and then Amelia and Nick. So we'll kind of go in that order. Any questions? We do have the JS Party channel in our Slack. Do not peek at the Slack channel because the plebs? The plebs? I don't know. They're in there. They'll be talking. They'll be guessing.
Oh.
And you don't want to get tips. I mean, you probably do want to get tips, but
Ooh.
it's cheating. All right. Soundboard's on.
MDN open.
NPM install.
Oh, Googling.
I think the answer is this. It's not on my hands.
You got the cheat sheet written down in your hand?
CSS.
Yeah.
I printed out the old HTML spec.
All right, let's play that song.
Please hold. Your feud is important to us.
Oh yeah.
It's time to play Frontend Feud.
Hello and welcome back, friends, to Frontend Feud. I am Jerod, and I am ready to host an excellent game. We have two spectacular teams. We have the returning champs, ShopTalk Show. What's up, guys?
Hey, glad to be here.
Yeah.
Of course,
It's gonna be awesome.
Dave and Chris, joined
Hey,
by
Amelia.
our very own Amelia, back with ShopTalk, ready to defend that championship.
Darn right.
We have the carry. I feel real good about today. To all the shopomaniacs out there, we're doing this for you.
We're basically the Ken Jennings of feuding about web technology.
There you go. Well played. Noticeably not here is Team Syntax, losers. No offense, Syntax, but not invited back. In their place, the contenders this week are friends from the CSS podcast, Una and Adam. What's up?
Woo! We're
Yeah.
stoked. Yeah.
You're going down,
We're give them
fool.
a run for
We'll
their
take you out in
money.
the second round.
Yeah. I'd like to note that they're paid to know about CSS.
I'm
Close to having
fully
a
intimidated.
blog
It's
site.
yeah.
Yes, professionals versus
I-
amateurs over here.
I don't know what I'm doing here. We got these defending champs, so we gotta at least give them a good fight.
Well, joining your team is our very own Nick Nisi, who may or may not have won this game last time he played. He can't remember, but he
can't
was
remember.
there. I think he was
Ahoy,
there. And he's
hoy.
here now.
Welcome,
Cannot
Nick.
confirm nor
We're gonna kick some
deny.
butt.
Woo!
So this is the game of responding to the question, not with necessarily the correct answer, but the most popular answer. So we have surveyed JS Party listeners, and we have 6 rounds of statements in which they have answered in a text field. They can write in anything they want. And so they have done just that, and we have normalized and scrubbed those suckers up, put them into groups, and you all are going to try to match the most popular answers on the board. So we split into 2 teams. There will be a face-off, an interface-off, if you will, each round, where one member of each team, quote-unquote, steps forward and has a chance to guess first. The person during the face-off that has the highest, matches the highest response, their team wins that board, and they then play that round. Okay, when you play the round, you have to try to match every single answer on the board. You have 3 deaths. You can die. Actually 2, because if you die the 3rd death, then you're done. At which point, the other team has a chance to steal. Okay, when you steal, you can confer with your team. You can all decide on what you're going to guess for the steal. When you're not stealing, you cannot confer. So you are on your own to make a guess. After 6 rounds, the team with the most points wins. Any questions?
Is there a buzzer? Do we buzz in?
There will not be a buzzer. We will take turns instead, just because
Oh, okay.
real-time issues. And so even when we do the face-off, we will let one team guess first, and then the other team guess second, and we'll just rotate teams each round. So it's fair.
Oh, I was really looking forward to racing somebody for.
Man.
You can still buzz. You can buzz all you want. It just won't affect it.
Una, it's Command Q actually. Is the
Yeah,
Oh.
this is the buzzer. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so we are ready to play. We'll begin round 1. Round 1 will be Dave versus Una. Step right up. She's still here, so she did not fall.
She
for the
buzzed
command
in.
cue.
She has to answer.
We will pull up the game board.
Oh,
Everyone
this
see
is
that?
fancy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Did you get a budget increase for that?
Oh no.
This is great.
This is
Wow.
professional here. So, we will start with Dave since they are defending champs. There are 6 answers on the board. The question is, name your favorite programming language that is not HTML, CSS, or JS. You're trying to match that number 1 answer if possible. Dave, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the cool kid, Rust.
Hmm.
Show us Rust.
Eh.
Number 3 answer
Ugh,
with
not
19
cool kid enough.
responses. So you're on the
Sorry.
board, but Yuna now has a chance to match higher. If she can pick number 1 or number 2, then the CSS podcast plays round 1. Yuna, what do you think?
Ooh, okay. So this is favorite programming language, and I'm gonna try to go with one that maybe more people are familiar with, just in the web community.
Okay.
I'm gonna try Java.
Okay, show us Java.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm
Ooh,
sorry.
I thought you had it.
Good guess. Good guess. Unfortunately, Java did not make the top 6. The threshold, by the way, for being on the board is you must have at least 5 responses. So certainly there were people that said Java, just not 5 or more. Okay.
I mean, Java made me cry, but some people like it.
Yeah, it said favorite, so Java definitely not.
That's true. That's true.
Favorite is a tall order.
I was thinking popular.
Okay, so ShopTalk wins the board. That means ShopTalk gets to play this round. Dave started, so now we will go to Chris. Name your favorite programming language that is not HTML, CSS, or JS.
Python.
Good answer. Good answer.
That was
Good
my second
answer.
one.
Good answer.
Okay, did Python make the board? And where does it land? Oh, number 1 answer.
Oh, I should have gone with that.
Nice.
33 responses. So you guys are off to a great start. Slots 1 and 3 are taken. 2, 4, 5, and 6 are still on the board. And we go to Amelia.
Gosh, Python's such a good one.
It's like the data analyst favorite, right?
I feel like this is gonna fall into the same slot as Java, but I'm gonna go with probably shouldn't, but C++.
Show us
Good
C++.
answer, good answer.
It's just
Sorry, that did not make the
Good
board.
try. Good try. Good try.
All right, you have 1 strike against you. You've died 1 death. And now it's Dave's turn.
Okay. Got a few to choose from, but I'm gonna bias this based on the change log audience and say
Okay.
go, because you have a go podcast.
Way to
This is-
steal my answer.
it's a
Dave.
good
Oh,
one.
sorry. I had other ones.
Uh,
I could give you that one.
A very targeted answer at our targeted audience. Does it pay off? Yes, it does. Go. Number 4
Yes.
answer. 11
Nice.
people like go. Okay, we have slots 2, 5, and 6 still available, and we are back at Chris.
Well, just the trajectory leads us to Ruby here. Let me say Ruby.
Okay, show us Ruby.
No,
not so fast.
That surprises me. I would have thought
Ridiculous.
Ruby's on there.
That also surprises me. It definitely was answered, but not 5 people, so has been
What
falling
the
out of
flip?
favor. That's 2 strikes.
I'm gonna go again.
Go back to Amelia.
Chris can go again. Oh man, I'm totally blanking here. I'm gonna go with something that I know people will say, but maybe not a lot of people. Don't kill me again, please. Lisp
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
is not a
okay.
good one.
No,
not a
because
good one.
there's gonna be some nerds. So
Okay.
we've got
Question is, how many nerds are there? Are there 5 nerds? No.
Ah,
there are
not enough nerds.
5 nerds.
Curious
So
if our syntaxes. Anyway,
we have
That's true.
the number 1 answer Python, the number 3 answer Rust, the number 4 answer Go, and there's 3 more still on the board. So Team CSS Podcast, all you have to do is match any of those to steal all of these points. So you can confer amongst your team, discuss what you think is
shit.
our listeners' favorite programming language that's not HTML, CSS, or JS.
There's an obvious answer here.
I have an idea.
It starts with
the
a
letter
T
P.
and has an S in there.
Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
yes.
is TS going to be available?
Does
It's
that
like
count?
JavaScript.
It's
Yeah.
semantically different, and people will argue over that. So I guarantee it's up there.
I'm sure it's listed. Yeah,
That's
I think
not
it's in there too.
fair.
I got it on my
I'm
list.
not happy about this.
I also was wondering about Node because that's also JavaScript.
also not fair.
So
Remember that
yeah,
it just
I
depends on
don't
what they
know.
answer. There's no
TypeScript.
rules for what you can answer. Whatever they answer, that's what's in there.
I'm curious if SQL is in there.
Interesting. I also am curious if there's like mobile developers that listen to the podcast. Maybe
Yeah,
like
Swift or Kotlin are in my list. Yeah.
I feel like TypeScript is pretty popular, but I just don't know if that's far enough from JavaScript. This question is a little uncertain.
Given the
Okay.
audience,
I
I
think
think it is.
TS is a safe bet. What about SAS? So no CSS. If we're allowing TypeScript, do we allow SAS?
I think it's the same thing though. And like Sass is to CSS, TypeScript to JavaScript.
I agree in principle they're the same. We're gonna need a final steel answer. What do y'all think? What are you
Should
going
we
with?
just go with TypeScript?
I
TypeScript.
think less.
TypeScript is
All
your
right,
final answer?
Let's do it. Let's lock it in.
Okay. Did our listeners love TypeScript? Unfortunately,
Oh,
It's number two.
pizzas.
number two
Nice.
answer
That's
with
not
20.
fair.
It's good to remember there's no rules. Like you could answer Jurassic Park, right? And then be
That's right. You have to get at least 4 other people to also answer Jurassic Park for it to matter.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we will give those points to Team CSS Podcast. They scored 83 on round 1. Oh, shoot. I did it wrong. Let me try that again. Hit this button instead. Yes, much better. And we will reveal number 5, which was C#. 9
C
people.
sharp. Wow.
Ugh.
So
Number
close
6,
with C++.
which is
Yeah.
blasphemy. I mean PHP. I'm just kidding.
So
my
that was
gosh.
good. I had PHP on my list,
A
but
couple of honorable mentions. Some 2 people mentioned SQL. So there you go, Adam.
Mm.
And they said, one person said that's the only other language I know. One person said I don't know any other languages. One person said CoffeeScript, which was
Yeah. I mean, what?
And then one person said jQuery, which is a little bit out there.
52
But,
people said
One
Spanish.
person loves Spanish, yes. All right, that takes us to round 2. So next we'll have Chris and Adam facing off. Step right up, guys. Round 2. Adam gets to guess first because this is the second round, and the ShopTalk team guessed first the first round. Name someone who helps many people learn HTML, CSS, and or JavaScript. Top 5 answers on the board. Adam, who helps other people learn these things?
Who is Jen Simmons?
Good answer. Good answer.
Show us Jen Simmons. I am sorry, Jen did not make the top 5. Okay, Chris, you're up.
The audience is your podcast. I could say your name, you know?
That would
Yeah, it's-
only apply if I actually taught them anything, which is not the case.
Kevin Powell. We'll see how popular Mr. Kevin has gotten.
Okay, show us Kevin
Seen
Powell.
his subs lately? It's crazy.
I have not.
Oh,
Okay, so
Dang.
first time I think this has ever happened. Nobody matched in the first. So go back to Adam, and we just do it again.
Who is Wes Boss?
Show us Wes
that's
Boss.
a good answer.
Number 1 answer, Wes Boss. 49 of our
Woo!
participants.
Wow.
That's a lot of people. So
It is.
congrats to Wes.
Wow.
He's been helping lots of folks. And Chris now has a chance still. Oh, no, you don't. That's the number 1 answer. So Adam wins the board. I was like, hold on a second. And Team CSS Podcast gets to play round 2. So
Hear
we have
them
Wes
names.
Boss at the top. We have a couple who are not on the list. And now Nick Nisi. Who do you think people said helped them learn these technologies?
I'm gonna go the other half. I'll go Scott Talinsky.
Show us Scott Talinsky. Sorry,
Poor
Scott.
Scott. Look at that.
Scott
This
may
question
be
is gonna.
We turn now to Yuna.
All right, so I feel like because the audience is the JS Party podcast, it's going to be leaning on people who have helped folks learn JavaScript. And
Okay.
I'm going to go with you, Jerod.
You're gonna go with me. Okay, let's see. Do people learn things from me?
Your podcast.
Yes!
Alright.
Oh,
This was a
JS
lumpy
Party.
in.
3.
Some people said me. Some people said JS Party. Some people said Nick. So I combined all this together and said yes, JS Party is on the list. It makes sense. It's our podcast and it's our audience answering the question. So good job, Yuna, for identifying JS Party as someone who helps other people learn. Adam, back to you. You have 1 strike and you have 3 answers left. Slots 2, 4, and 5.
Dan Abramov. Dang it.
Dan Abramov. Fine answer. Fine answer.
Good
Was it on the
answer.
board?
Oh, wow.
What?
Dan,
This is a
kinda
hard
upset.
question.
I'm kind of
Specials
glad
all
because
over this
otherwise this would have just been who is cool in React. Like this is
right.
It still might be.
still might be, yeah.
I think it is.
I will say that both Dan and Scott Talinsky were mentioned multiple times, but not at the threshold level. Okay, so 2 strikes. Back to Yuna. Sorry, back to Nick.
Oh,
who's
Nick.
just confused me with his previous strikeout. Nick, you're back up again,
All right.
and you have to hit this one or you're done.
Oh man. Okay.
Got this, Nick.
I'm gonna go Chris Coyier.
Yeah.
Nah, you just
Good
Yeah.
one. Good one.
Took
That
my
was a good
answer,
one.
man.
Mhm.
Good
Just
answer.
kiss
Stole my thing.
Do people learn things from Chris Coyier? They sure do. Number 2 answer,
Yes.
Chris Coyier with
Woo!
13.
That should count for
people.
our team.
Look at the fall from West though. Come on,
I
man.
know. This is dominant.
So you get to keep going, team.
Yep,
What you
keep
got?
going.
What
So
you
back
got?
to Yuna. You have to get that number 4 and 5 slot. There's 2 left on the board, and you have 1 strike left.
All right, I'm gonna go with someone who I've definitely learned a lot from, Sarah Drasner.
Ooh,
Good
nice.
answer. Good
Good one.
answer.
Good answer. Show us Sarah.
Oh.
Fortunately, she did not make the list. All right, we have now an opportunity to steal. Currently, Team CSS Podcast has 69 points in this round, but y'all can confer and you can
Nice.
steal those points plus what's left on the board. There's slots 4 and 5. You have 2 answers that will match. What do y'all think?
My only other one is maybe Josh Kumo, who's been
Oh, yeah,
killing
he's
it
huge.
recently.
That's a good one.
Uh,
Or you go old school with like Zeldman or Eric Meyer or something, or Rachel Andrew,
Kent C.
Mhm.
Dodds.
Oh, that's a good one.
Adi Osmani.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is hard.
Can I open my RSS reader?
I like Kent. I feel like everyone knows Kent.
I feel like I don't know, maybe he's up there just from a React testing. I mean, who else are you gonna learn
I'm
it from?
totally down with that one, but I like the
Mhm.
Josh idea too.
Yeah. Your pick, Amelia. He-
Oh,
hmm
I think Kent has a pretty large name at this point.
let's
do it.
lock it.
Kent.
Lock it.
Z. Dot. Let's
Okay.
hear that ding. Hear that ding.
I need to make a confession. So I know that Kent was on the list, but I do not have him in my list. So I must have missed him in the final answers. He was right there. He was in the list, but he's not in the list. So I'm going to give you guys another guess because he's not actually on the board. Somehow he
There's
got
a
lost
data
in
entry
translation.
error?
Yes,
Okay.
data entry error. Or we
Classic
can
off by
pause and
one error.
I can go look it up and refresh my board and we can do it.
No, that's all right.
All right. Guess another one. We'll give you one more guess.
This is rigged.
Yeah. Rick. I mean, Josh might be the pick, huh?
Let's just do it.
I like
Yeah.
Josh.
Now I feel terrible.
No! I thought he was leading us to pick that.
Oh.
He's
Well,
leading
I
us
thought it was a good
astray.
answer. He definitely
That's all right,
was an
that's all right.
honorable mention.
So we missed the
The
steal. is the
steal
problem.
fails.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to my notes and
Yes.
see where Kent
It doesn't
fell
look
in
good.
line.
Brutal.
So CSS Pod
That's
picks up
brutal.
those 69. We're going to add those there. Let's look at the final 2 answers.
heading for a
Someone who
shutout
helps
here?
many people. Free Code Camp / Quincy Larson.
That's not
gets
a
votes.
person.
Okay.
okay.
Well, it's
Doesn't
a text
matter.
field. So
Jurassic
whatever
Park.
they type in, what goes in there. And then the last one, number 5, Brad Traversy, the popular YouTuber with 5 responses. Okay. So CSS Podcast dominant thus far
Truly.
It's all luck.
with 152 points after round 2. Don't worry, there's more rounds to play. We head to round 3 and we face off Amelia versus Nick. Step right up. The question for this round, which emoji do you use most often in commit messages?
Ooh.
Oh my
Go back to
gosh.
Good
Team
question.
ShopTalk.
That's a great
Love
question.
this.
And we have Amelia gets to guess first. What do you think our listeners responded with on this, Amelia?
Oh, that's a really tough one. They're all tough.
I will say on this one, I did some groupings. So if you don't like hit it exact, but you're in the same ballpark, we will also match. Because there's a lot of variations.
I can't tell if people went with like jokey ones or serious ones, but I'm gonna go with Grimace because I use that
Ooh.
very
That
often.
was my first
Urgh.
thought.
We're
That's
gonna learn
good
a
one.
lot about
Good
each
one.
other on this one.
Show me Grimace.
What?
No,
Not even on the
what?
list.
Is that the
Apparently.
like teeth one with the like?
yeah.
Yikes. Yeah.
That one
It's the
looks like a
best
smile to
emoji.
me.
I used
Yeah.
it today already. It's early.
Apparently, our listeners are more optimistic than our panel here. Nick, what do you think people said when we asked them which emoji do you use most often in your commit messages?
You said you were grouping them, so I'm gonna go the one with the yellow face.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Them.
Oh.
Good answer. Good answer.
Zoom in. Enhance.
I'm going to go with none.
Show us none.
Oh,
Number one
outside
answer.
the box.
What?
Whoa.
Who are these people?
I know, right?
Professionals.
That
That's
is not
who.
how my brain works. I'll tell you that.
Professionals. In fact, one person said, "I don't use emoji commit messages, you heathens." So
I just
they were
Can't
not just
relate.
saying
Not
none;
my
they
journey.
were mad about it.
42 people were like, I reject the premise of this entire question.
Which is almost
Yeah, they're
half.
like,
True.
what kind of tacos do you like? And they're like, waffles.
I was gonna say one, but
I
I,
would
kept
never
hearing
eat a
Chris
taco.
say Jurassic Park right in my ear. So
Yeah.
Oh, that is just the Jurassic Park of answers. This is great. Okay.
Well, with that, Nick takes the board for Team CSS podcast. Another
Yeah, way to go, Nick.
move of dominance, and we go to
Yeah.
Now there's still 6 more on the board. There are 7 total answers, so lots to pick from here. What do you think?
All right.
Una?
I frequently will use the ta-da emoji or like the brrr with the confetti coming out as a little
Right.
red thing.
Okay, show us
The
ta-da.
hooray. Ta-da.
That's grouped into the celebrations emoji, which is the ta-da, the celebrate
Yeah.
face. The
Those were
Horn.
all my guesses right there.
The second one was my second guess.
the raised hands, and then that one that's like the confetti opening up out of the 2 pine cones, or what are those things? Shells? I don't know.
It's a
Yeah,
Japanese
good job.
ornament.
Very nice.
that
So
opens.
that's now number 1 and number 6 are taken. We go to Adam.
Nice. So the celebrations are definitely, after your 20th commit, trying to get your GitHub action to finally do the thing. You're like, huzzah, it works.
It works.
Anyway,
finally.
that's really finally. I'm going to go with, here, I got a few here. I'm picking fire.
That's a good
Good one.
answer.
Mhm.
Yes,
Show us
love that.
fire.
oh
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good answer as well.
People
No fire.
are too. That's nobody that confident.
All right, back to Nick. You have one
Okay.
strike.
I'm going to go with the green square with the white check in it.
That's a good one.
I use that one all the time. Do our listeners also use it? No, they do not.
What?
There are no other emojis.
This is a really
Trying
hard
to add it there.
Look,
I will
everybody.
say I'm looking at the answers, and you're missing some pretty obvious ones. No offense, but we're back to you now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the poop emoji. Like, oh shit.
It's got to be on the list. Get out.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Nice.
poop.
Mhm.
Please show me poop. Never thought I'd say that. Podcast. Yes.
Woo!
Poop. Number 3 answer with 9 responses. All right, so you're hanging in there. Back to Adam.
All right. I've got 2 that I think are good runner-ups. I'm going to go with cry.
That's a good one.
Single tears,
Show us cry.
Whoa.
What
I
is
guess there's just
going
so many
on?
emoji to pick from. It's tough to actually narrow down. Okay, so you have 58 points, but now we have Team ShopTalk can steal. They have lots of opportunities. There's still
Okay, we
4
can talk about
responses.
this. Right?
Match any,
Yeah.
and you guys steal these points.
Have you? What isn't there that like Git convention? People even put Git
Yeah.
hooks in there that say you cannot. You have to. It has to say fix : or it has to say design : or whatever.
Conventional commits, right? Isn't that what-
Conventional commit.
Mhm.
I see a lot of like lipstick or nail polish. Like I'm just like making this pretty.
I like the nail polish.
I
Or
think
the
nail
wrench, the wrenched when the tool for fix is what I was thinking. But just to
Oh
make
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, there's a whole thing for that, isn't there? Like emoji commits or whatever. I don't
Nail
know.
polish is good for design.
Nail polish is the
yeah.
only one I could.
I feel like
think.
that covers all of it. I can't think of anything else other than like cry laugh, but my guesses haven't been going well.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
like
so
yeah.
what's the consensus then? Nail polish?
Nail polish.
Nail
polish.
That'd be
polish.
great. Number 2 answer.
All right, show us for the steal. Nail polish.
No way.
What are these
Wow.
answers?
Dude, this was
This was a tough
aliens
round.
answered
Tough
this
round.
round.
Still
All right,
hanging
you guys
on at
wanna-
0
let's
points.
score these. Yeah, CSS pod. You're gonna have to use that double round to really come back because right now they are at
Smoking
210 to
us.
0.
Woof.
Let's look at the answers that were still on the board. Smiles. People like the smiles, guys.
It's a classic.
There's
We should have gone classic. Yeah.
Yeah, classic smile. How
Thumbs-
about shrugs?
thumbs up is in here?
The shrugs as well.
Shrugs. Yeah.
Drug is a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Ship it. Rocket. Got the rocket.
Ah.
Ship that
I was
sucker.
thinking the ship as another one.
And then the
Yeah.
classic age-old thumbs up. You just got the thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Oh.
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah.
Dude.
So
I feel bad.
rough round. This is going tough.
Shame.
Not shop
Shame.
talk today.
It's a
Sorry,
really
team.
hard one. Don't feel bad.
Hey, we'll get a point, everybody. Don't worry.
We are only halfway through the game. There's 3 more rounds, so anything can happen. I mean, you win the
See,
next 3
Beginner's
rounds.
luck.
Anything
Rocket
can
is
happen.
just wrong. You don't put the rocket in the commit message because you don't know yet. Your CI hasn't passed yet. You put the rocket after the CI passes as a comment.
That's a comment. That's a
That's a comment.
comment.
Good
I think
follow-up.
people didn't read the question. That's a
Well, most people didn't like
Because-
emojis and commit messages.
yeah.
That's true. 42 are like, seriously, guys, take the emojis out of your commit messages. So that
42
was the-
people are major bummers. They're just like
I'm
Major
surprised
bummers.
hearts.
no
Like,
fun at
where's
work.
hearts?
Yeah, no heart.
This
All
was the
right.
one that had a lot of 1 points. You know, like a lot of people had this one thing.
Right.
They all had their favorites. But okay, let's move to the next round. This is the inverted round. Okay, this round works a little bit differently. There's no face-off. It's just back and forth between the 2 teams. You're trying to match the board, but actually the lower answers score more points. So you do not want the most popular answers. You want the bottom of the board. Okay, so there's 6 answers on the board. And the statement that we had them respond to was name a website that's frequented by software developers. All right, so we will start with ShopTalk, and we'll start with Dave. Name a website frequented by software developers.
DaveRupert.com.
Yeah, I mean, well, the goal is not to get the number 1 answer. So, like, you got the goal is not. I'm gonna. I
But you
think
want
it'll
some
be
points.
middle of the pack. I think dev.2.
Oh, that's good, right?
Okay,
Because it's
show
not
us
going to be like the
dev.2.
top answer, but it's up there.
That means it's low, though. That's good.
Yeah, you got the spirit of it, right? You got the spirit
Yeah,
of it, right?
good. Good for
All right,
me.
we go back now to CSS Podcast Una. Your turn.
Okay, a website frequented by software developers, but it shouldn't be the top one.
But not too much.
I will mention that the top one also scores you points. It's just not as many points. So, like, if you're sitting at 0, you might go for it. I don't know. But
Okay.
you're sitting at 210, so.
Well,
What do you like?
dev.2 wasn't on there, so that's interesting. What about something outside the box, like Medium, that has some articles for
Okay.
developers?
Show us Medium.
It's too low.
I think there was 1 person that said Medium, so you're not totally off.
Get us a point, Chris.
Is it back to me?
Now it's to Chris.
I'm just going to pick something safe. We'll just
Do
say
it.
Stack Overflow. It's going to be on this.
boom,
six.
boom.
Oh yeah,
A Stack Overflow. Number 1 answer.
number 1.
Perfect.
Mm.
65 respondents, which gives you
Nice.
5 points. But
We
hey,
got
you
5 points.
Boom. I'm
5
gonna
points,
award
not a
those immediately.
shutout.
Do we just immediately get them? No. we have
Yep,
to
I just
steal.
added those right now. So you got them right
Oh.
there. Now we go to
Nice.
Adam. Your turn.
All right. I'm going to choose Twitter.
Out of the box,
That's a
Jurassic
good
Park
one.
pick.
Yeah,
Developers hang out on Twitter.
that's a good one, honestly.
And I will say
Nice.
it is the bottom answer.
Woo!
So
Yeah, Adam.
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 for
Adam.
30 points for your team.
Oh, God.
Very well played. We go back to ShopTalk and Amelia.
I think middle of the board's gonna be like MDN.
Good answer. Good answer.
Plus
Good answer.
MDN. Number 2 answer worth 10
Wow.
points. 22 people said it. You get 10 points for that.
I'll take it.
It's a good answer. And we go to Nick back with CSS Podcast.
What is less popular than MDN, but more frequently visited than Twitter? W3 schools.
Show us W3 schools. I think one troll said W3 schools. In addition to yourself, Nick.
W3.org, though.
All right, back to Shop Talk and back to Dave.
I'm gonna say GitHub. GitHub.
Do you
Good
think
one.
Stole
that
my answer.
developers go to GitHub? Yes, they do. Number 3 answer.
See, we'll do the top of the
12
cake.
Going
answers,
down the
and
list.
15
Yeah.
points. I'll award those to you. Go back here,
Dang it,
and we
that's-
go to Yuna. There's now 2 slots open, slots 4 and 5. So to review, number 1, Stack Overflow. Number 2, MDN. Number 3, GitHub. Blank, blank. Number 6, Twitter. What do you got?
Oh man, I was thinking the Gits, but now I gotta go alternative paths. So far none of these really are blogs. We got documentation, we got question asking, we got doing productive work, we got learning things. Is there a blog on here? There probably is. Okay, what is a big JavaScript blog though? You know, I'm just going to go with what's on top of my head. What about Smashing Magazine?
Show us Smashing Magazine.
I wasn't sure.
Not quite there. Okay, Chris.
Thinking patreon.com/shoptalk.
Good.
Throw you a
That gets
bone.
you access to the Discord, and everyone knows that's a really great place to be in the Discord. So.
We'll take a Google shout out at web.dev.
Web.dev. That was in the honorable mentions, but didn't quite make the top 6. So now to Adam.
What is YouTube?
Ooh, YouTube. That's a good one.
Whoa, Jurassic Park answer.
What is YouTube?
That's a tough
Not-
one.
Surprising.
A
Discerning
website.
developers use Vimeo.
I'll say one of these is in retrospect, one of these will be very obvious. The one will be slightly less so. Amelia.
Ooh.
Didn't
I
like
don't know
that
what
hint.
to do with that hint.
Where do websites- what
Doesn't make
websites
me
do
feel good about it.
software developers frequent?
Very obvious. I was going to say CSS tricks because I use it.
Good
Very often.
answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Hell
Yeah.
Bill?
No.
Wrong.
Incorrect.
That was
No one
a
said
that
these
was
were
an
correct
honorable
answers.
mention. CSS tricks was an honorable mention. All right. Back to Nick.
Wow. Can I specify specifically the Flexbox on CSS Tricks?
You can.
No.
Number 1 answer.
I think I'm out of ideas here. What?
There's no
Are there
more
other
websites. No.
There's a few left.
One is
There's at
very
least 2
obvious.
websites.
Oh,
Pretty much
ooh.
just that Space Jam one left.
Can I go again?
Space Jam one is
Jam.
Space Jam and Alibaba, and I think those are
My
kind of the
home
last ones.
Let's see. There is one that's very obvious. I'm going to say NPM.
Mm.
Pretty good.
Do
pretty good.
JS Party listeners frequent NPM?
That was a good answer though.
Good answer. Good answer. Tough to match what people are thinking. We're back over to Dave on Shop Talk.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We got Stack Overflow, we got MDN, we got GitHub, and then people do other stuff, not YouTube, and then they do Twitter. I'm gonna just do like Amazon.com. I don't know. Like we got, I don't know. Let's see if
Something.
the
Amazon
big
related.
ones, the big obvos are like, I don't know. It's my Jurassic Park answer. Go ahead.
So Amazon, final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yuna?
Now,
Okay, I think I know it. I'm feeling good.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bold.
Okay.
Do it.
I believe that a website frequented by software developers is google.com.
You think people who are searching for things like answers to software questions might go to google.com?
Just a hunch.
Dang it.
That's the
Oh.
obvious. Oh, shoot. That's the
Oh!
obvious one.
Oh!
Weak. What? I guess Hacker News.
Oh
Is
my
it Hacker
goodness.
News?
Hold on. Slow down. I gotta give Team CSS Podcast the points for Google. They get 25 points. Okay, and due to my slip up and the whole Kent C. Dodd situation, I'm gonna award Team ShopTalk 20 points for their excellent answer of Hacker
Thank you.
News.
That was right there.
Good job,
Feels
Chris.
good.
Yeah,
I was
good
gonna
job,
go
Chris.
Slack, so I would have got it wrong. You know.
A couple
we
more
almost lost
honorable
our 200
mentions
point lead.
were CSS Tricks, as I said, Reddit, W3 Schools, and Slack were the other honorable
Reddit,
mentions.
yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the inverted round.
Oof.
That's round 4. There's 2 rounds left, and after 4 rounds, the CSS Podcast leads with 265 points. Shop Talk now, hey, you're cooking. You got 50, so you're on the board, and you're ready to play round 5. Here we go. We will have a face-off. I think we're back to Dave and Una facing off. We asked developers to name a place outside of your house where you like to code/work. There are 6 answers on the board. We'll start with Una this time.
All right. Power of the space shirt. I'm going to be channeling.
Okay.
I like to code at coffee shops.
Show us coffee shops. The number 1 answer.
Can't beat that.
Dave does not get an opportunity. CSS
Sorry, Dave.
Podcast plays the round.
fine.
You
Blame
have
the
the
shirt.
number 1.
It's the
And
shirt's
there
fault.
are 5
The
left.
glorious
All right.
shirt's fault.
Adam.
It's really weirdly hard. I'm trying to. So like, what's the popular name for these? There's like a brand of them. They're work lofts where you can rent
like
out a little
WeWork?
space. WeWork.
Table talk.
Oh, sorry. I was
Mm.
trying to help.
I mean,
Description.
I was
I was
trying
what
to
I was
help.
going for.
That's exactly what Table Talk is trying to help.
Sorry.
We'll let him have
Yeah.
it, though. The answer was WeWork.
Yes.
Ooh, would that be
Thanks.
grouped in with co-working spaces generally? Probably.
Yes.
So that's
Okay.
not a thing.
Not a popular one.
That's
All right, Nick. that's
bad
one
for the
strike
co-working
against you.
industry.
Okay. A place outside of your house where you like to code/work. I'm going to say work.
Like
Excuse me?
the office.
Like
Yeah.
your office.
Oh, at your office. I thought you were just like throwing the question back at me. Where do I like to work? Work. The office. Do people like to work at their offices? Yes, they do. That is answer number 3. I'm treading very slowly now on my flips.
Nice. Good
So
answer.
the office had 21 responses. Good answer. So that's number 3. 1 and 3 are gone. 2, 4, 5, and 6 still remain. You have 1 strike against you. So we're back to Una, and you have 2 potential strikes before the steal.
Okay, so I don't know if people actually like to code and work from this, but people like to take pictures of their laptops in front of it.
Right?
Like people will like post up at a pool and like take a picture, but I don't believe they're actually working because it gets too hot and it's too bright. But I'm thinking like I don't know how to like word it for this, but like on vacation or at the pool, like a relax. How do I verb that? I'll just say the pool, at a pool.
At the pool. Okay. Show us pool. Pool did not match, and I'll say that I
guess I'm on
include,
Instagram
like
too much.
vacationing or will prefer to take pictures at the pool of their laptops versus working.
Yes.
All right, 2 strikes, so you're now down to your final strike, and it's back to Adam.
You got this.
No pressure. I'm not feeling any pressure. I
One wheel.
say, yeah, on your one wheel.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really good answer. Dang it. No, I'm gonna say the bar, drinking beer, writing code, y'all.
Mm.
Whoa.
Good one.
Do people
was gonna
like
be mine.
to code at the bar? Yes, they do.
Oh,
Huzzah!
6 points for that
Nice.
one. That's number 5. So 2, 4, and
Y'all
6 remain.
suck at drinking.
Nick.
Need to focus.
I'm gonna say
dedicate yourself to one
To
task at a
drinking.
time. Yeah.
I'm gonna say like the park / outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, show us the park. Number 2
Nice.
answer. Park, that
Oh,
includes the
God.
garden, in a
Ooh.
garden, or in my backyard. Park.
Oh,
outdoors.
that's backyard too.
Yes.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
So now only 2 remain. Slot 4 and slot 6. You have 91 points racked up.
Oh, this is
Back
hard.
to Yuna.
Okay, let me think. Where would I? Oh, you know what? I have a good one. On an airplane,
Hmm.
like in transit.
Show us airplane.
Well, I think it's good. I don't know. Nobody else thought it was.
I liked it. I liked it.
That was
But
good.
less
Sorry, y'all.
airplanes than previously, although we're starting to get on planes again. So that's it. You 3 strikes and you're out. There's 91 points to be stolen. ShopTalk, this is your big opportunity to steal these points and
Horrible.
get right
Oh,
back in the
got
game.
'em.
There are 2 potential correct answers.
So I was thinking library.
That's
Okay.
pretty
People
good.
work from libraries.
I had the gym in mind. If the bar's on there, it's like the opposite of the bar. You know, not that you do it while you're working
In
out.
between
like,
reps.
Now you get your smoothie when you're done and post up at the little table. You know.
Too much Instagram.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, those are library. I think sounds good.
That's
I can't.
better.
I literally can't think of like where else. I'm surprised park is on there because like you
Or
need
like a
Wi-Fi.
restaurant. You know, I guess pub is kind of.
Yeah, I would lump restaurants in with bar and pub.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let's see. I can't beat library. That's good. Of course, that's where you go work.
What else do people do outside their houses?
People leave.
We're all like,
leaving
Yours.
house. Leaving house. I mean, like I'm in a backyard office shed. So is that covered under backyard and office? Yeah.
Literally.
Oh yeah,
both.
that's totally
Okay.
covered.
Yes.
You should make that your answer.
Full coverage.
Boy.
What are we thinking here?
or like school or whatever. Is that generic enough to encompass library?
Yeah. Public facility.
A public facility.
Publicly
A public
funded
facility.
facility. Is it?
Final answer. Like
Uh,
a library, for example.
gosh, this is gonna be. This
We're
is
gonna
our
need an
chance
answer
to.
here. A lot does right on this. I'm not gonna lie.
We don't want to mess this one up.
You don't want to mess this one up.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So you got
An
library
amusement park
potential.
made of dinosaurs. Maybe.
Jurassic Park.
We already did park,
It's
so
not
that
park,
one's taken
yeah.
actually.
literally
Amusement
don't
park
know.
is covered under there.
Jurassic Park is covered under park.
Under
/
park.
garden.
Okay. All right, library. I think that's
That's
our only
all I
good one.
got.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, for the big chance
Slash
to steal
any
91
public facility.
points and stay in this game. Show us library.
Yo!
Very
Nice.
indeed.
Dang it, that was on my list. Dang it.
That's clutch.
So to review, at number 1 was coffee shop and cafes. At number 2 was park, garden, yards. And the office was number 3. The library, number 4 answer. The bar and pub, number 5 answer. And you guys literally covered everything you could potentially think of,
The school.
because the other one was nowhere / I never. I
Oh
leave
my
house.
god.
Come on, dude.
Similar to none, huh? Nice.
Ridiculous.
None.
I don't like
Take
to work.
that one back off. Hit shop talk. Award the points.
clutch.
Can we
Catching
take
up.
points away from the people who answered that? Can they lose points?
You're gonna have to find. You have to de-anonymize them and go take their points away.
Perfect.
Well, I
Oh
will
my
say,
gosh.
after round 5, it's very much a game again. So it got interesting. It was becoming to be a wipeout, but Shop Talk is back. And after 5 rounds, the CSS podcast has 265 points, and the Shop Talk show has 155 points. That may sound like a big gap, but the final round is double points. So there's plenty of opportunity for anybody to win this game.
Sweating.
Whew. Let's
Ooh.
move to the last round, the double round, round 6, and we face off Chris versus Adam.
Oh, jeez.
For the final round, what's the first thing you do when you think of a new project / idea? I believe it's ShopTalk's turn to go first. So there's 6 potential answers on the board, and you match the highest one to play the round. What do you think, Chris?
Oh man. There's like I'm not going to give you answers though. I got to just think internally in my own head. Makes for terrible radio.
Thanks for we'll edit this part out of the silence.
Buy a domain name.
Yeah. Good answer.
Nice.
Good answer.
Show us buy a domain name. And that is, where is it? Oh, number 4.
Really?
17 people said either name it or buy a domain name. I grouped those two together, and that's worth 34 points. So that's where you have to beat Adam. You have to beat the number 4 answer to take the board.
Is it my turn or Chris's?
It's your
Yours.
turn.
Chris did that one. Now it's you.
You have a chance to take it.
You
Okay,
have a
he's
chance to take
highlighted yellow, and okay, I'm going to
I'm
say.
sorry. You're right.
Anyway, I was also slightly listening, trying to think of. So I'm going to say new Git repo. Just new Git. Yeah.
Yeah.
New Git repo. Just inches out at number 3.
Wow. He was gonna say that.
Wow.
So that
thought it'd
includes
be-
anybody that said just get started, start writing code,
Okay.
start a new Git repo.
Yeah.
That whole thing that you do.
Well, good
Okay,
luck.
so with
Those
that,
2 are my top answers. So
the CSS
Good
podcast
job.
is in control of the final round. 2 answers are taken off the board. There's only 4 left. If you can answer all 4 of these, you de facto win the game. And we go to Nick.
I'm gonna say the easy thing. Talk about it or tweet about it.
Show us. Talk about it.
nice.
Number 6 answer. 10 people said tell someone, which was either talk about it, tell a friend, tweet about it, tell my spouse, etc. Good job, Nick. Go to Una. Slots 1, 2, and 5 are still out there to be taken.
Okay. I'm gonna say sketch it out. Like make a plan, sketch it out.
Sketch it out. Do people sketch out their new project ideas? Yes, they do. Number 5 answer. Draw, whiteboard, or prototype.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, number
You guys
1
are
and
really
2.
smoking here. So 1 and 2.
Looking
Only
bad for
two
old
left.
ShopTalk.
Unless they're running out of ideas. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Adam, what else do people do when they think of a new project or idea?
Oh, this is hard. I have a few good options, but I'm gonna go with prototype it. Quick prototype.
Prototype was inside the draw / whiteboard / prototype.
Ah, it is in there. Okay, then I'm gonna say npm init.
That one goes under just get started kind of thing.
Mm.
Which
I
already
will
guessed.
say.
How many guesses does it get? What's going on?
They're on the board.
Yeah,
Everyone
They're on
gets
the board,
infinity
just
guesses, I guess.
What are you gonna say next? Tell someone?
the database isn't letting me insert my values, so that means my turn isn't up yet. So I get to
Yeah.
keep trying, right?
I mean,
I
I think
don't know.
Jared's way cooler than a database. But
He's using the upsert model.
Database is my middle name. Parents were very mean.
Dang. Okay, so yeah, these are just pretty abstract categories that a lot of mine are falling into. Oh no. Well, let's see.
Gonna need something here.
Yeah. Let's see. It's not prototype. Let's see. So, like write a plan, write a document.
That's a tough one. Write a plan, write a document.
Is that like whiteboarding it though?
You know, words in a document, whether it's Notion, whether it's you got to take your note, spell out your idea, kind of put it in words out of your brain, something where you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. Research,
Nice.
plan, brainstorm. So there's plan in there.
Planning. Yeah.
These are tough ones to group. So I give it to you there. That's the number 2
Thank you.
answer, 31 points. And the number 1 answer is out there.
All right.
We go to Nick.
My turn.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna say the obvious thing, which is nothing or sit on it.
God.
Oh,
Dang it.
is that your
Yes,
third
Nick.
one where you?
Do they do nothing? No, they do
Ah.
not do nothing. We all
Oh.
thought that was a good
Finally,
answer.
the
That one was a
jackals come through.
Yeah.
God.
All right, good job,
Well.
Jackals. Okay, back to you. We now have 2 more strikes. The number 1 answer is out there.
Okay. What do you do when you think of a new project or idea? So you think it's in your head. And Adam kind of said write it down, right? Like putting it
His
on paper.
Plan was his. Well, he matched
Okay.
on plan.
He landed on plans. We gotta get it out. There's a few things that it could be, but I think a lot of them fall under these things. There's so much pressure. Okay, it's in your head.
Yes.
Would design be
this.
like drawing it? It might be.
So between planning and drawing, I think design is taken in those.
What's the first thing you do when you think of a new project or idea? Tell someone, be like, put it on GitHub. Wow, this is hard. Would like figuring out like a tech stack be a separate answer than these? Like figuring out a game plan.
If it's like pick your tech stack, I would take that as separate. If it's like figure out a game plan, that's more
Okay,
like planning
let's do
and brainstorming.
Let's do pick your tech stack.
All right, pick your tech stack.
Oh, that was a good guess. I was like, everyone's like,
very
here's
good
my
guess.
idea, and here's the framework I'm going to use, right? They're like the
Right.
first thing out of their mouth next is like, I'm going to use framework X for my cool new idea.
Right.
We're like, I want to build something with X.
Okay, I've got a final guess. This is a little more personal, I guess, because I have a lot of ideas, and when you have a lot of ideas, they tend to go in the backlog. And so the first thing I do is I take this idea and I put it in the list of all the other ideas I have.
Oh, that's a great answer, Adam.
Show us. Add it to the list. Number 1 answer.
Oh, sweeped.
Wow. Well played,
Sweet
Adam,
indeed.
for the win.
72 points.
Oh, but write it down is there too.
Well, that's the generalization, but it was more like write it down for later versus like put my thoughts on paper. It was more like I'm going to save it for later, which is kind of do nothing, which Nick said, but it's tough to group these things. I think the idea is I'm going to put it in my list of ideas so I don't forget it, but I'm not going to work on it right now.
Yeah.
So, wow, this was a great game. You guys swept the board. Didn't even get, you kept
What an
ShopTalk
ending.
off the court for the final round.
Oh,
Congratulations, you guys. We're going to award all 264 points of round 6 to your team. That's darn near what you had already. So doubling your score with 529 points.
Woof.
Our new front-end Feud champions is Team CSS Podcast.
Honed y'all. Honed ya. Oh.
All that research I did on color models. Nothing.
So, as a congratulations of winning front-end Feud, you now have an opportunity, each one of you, in turn, to give a shout-out to a website, to a project, to a person, to an idea, maybe one from your list, Adam, that you like. Anything you'd like to say to round out the show? Let's start with Yuna.
Oh gosh. Well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, go to twitter.com/Yuna.
Okay, twitter.com/Yuna.
And all
Very
the other
good.
stuff will be there.
All right, Adam, anything to shout out?
Yeah, shout outs to One Wheels for killing my boredom. I appreciate that.
What's One Wheels?
Wait, did you say what's One Wheels?
Yeah.
How much time we got?
For those of us
It's-
not in the
it's-
know.
Put it in maybe the hoverboard category in your brain, but it's the single wheel that you stand on sideways, and the wheel originally came from a go-kart. So it's a rubber tire with a board on it that self-balances, and you use it to go everywhere. It goes everywhere. It's very capable, surprisingly.
Very cool. I think I've seen these. I didn't know they were called One Wheels, but I assume.
Adam is a one-wheel advocate.
What do you advocate for? More usages of one wheels? Less wheels in general?
The freedom and the feel, it has a, they call it floating, because once you get comfortable, you really do feel like you're floating around the world, and it's awesome.
Very cool. Well, we'll add a link to some sort of one wheels based website in the show notes for people to check out. Nick, congratulations, man. You were on the winning team, even though you're not on the winning podcast. You're on JS Party. Still pretty good, I hear. Check out our Discord. Oh, no, we don't have that. What do you want to shout out? You want to shout out our membership program or
No pressure.
I recommend
TypeScript?
nothing.
I think I was being pressured into that.
TypeScript? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out our lovely podcast that joined us today. I'm going to say, if you want to talk shop or learn about CSS, check out ShopTalk or CSS.
Hey, thank you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Check out JS Party.
Yes.
FM.
If you're listening to this and you haven't checked out JS Party yet, something went terribly wrong. Or somebody's pirating our stream. Come on, people. Do your own thing. All right. Well, I just want to thank you all for joining us today. This game is always a blast. We had a lot of fun. It was a lively group, as expected. Y'all are awesome. Great game. Came down to the very end, and, the CSS podcast pulled it out for the win. But that's our show. I also want to thank Amelia and Nick for rounding out the teams and sprinkling in the JS Party goodness to the game. So for JS Party, I'm Jerod Santo. This has been Frontend Feud. We'll play again. CSS podcast, y'all need to come back and defend your championship against some other group of podcasters to be decided later. Listener, if you have a favorite podcast that you want to get on Frontend Feud, holler at us at JS Party FM and let us know. Advocate for the new contenders to the throne. For now, it's the CSS podcast team holding it down. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again next time.
JurassicPark.com.
Space Jam.
And fade to black. Woo! All right. Good job, guys. That was awesome.
That
Yeah,
was
thanks.
fun.
That really was cool. That was awesome. Thanks for having us.
I knew
Thank y'all.
eventually Chris would have to lose something, He's just so dominant for so many years now. All right, we'll say goodbye to our live listeners. See you all next Thursday for another JS Party episode. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, real quick. I'm
Yes.
about to hit stop on my audio recording,
Okay.
and then you'll send a linky poo and we'll shoot it to you.